Game of Thrones, one of the biggest shows of all time. It killed itself with its finale. Here are 5 reasons why. Dany's villain turn was lazy. Game of Thrones took 6 seasons to build up Daenerys Targaryen as a hero. In the span of 1 episode, they decided to make her a villain. There is no way that Daenerys, who spent years freeing slaves and liberating cities, would suddenly become a genocidal maniac who burns down King's Landing just because she doesn't get her way. If they were going to make her a villain, they should have done it way sooner. Maybe if we had seen her commit atrocities in the earlier seasons, I could have bought into this. But to go from hero to villain in the span of a few hours just isn't believable. Next up, we have Bran the Boring Bon King. Bran becoming king was the most pointless thing in the entire series. No one asked for this. No one wanted this. Why did he even become king? Because he was the last of his bloodline. Oh, by the way, so was Gendry. So why didn't Gendry become king? Yeah, I don't know. Because the writers wanted Bran to be king, I guess. They literally chose the most boring character in the entire series to be their hero at the end. And if you don't believe me, just look at the fan theories. Before the finale aired, everyone was certain that Jon Snow was going to end up on the Iron Throne. Hell, some people even thought it would be Tyrion or Sansa. Bran being chosen was the most random thing ever. Like, there was absolutely zero foreshadowing. Jon Snow's arc went nowhere. For 6 seasons, Jon Snow was one of the most important characters in Game of Thrones. He was half Stark, half Targaryen, a bastard, then a Lord Commander, then king in the north. He went through so much character development over the course of the series, and then Season 8 happened. All of a sudden, he's back to being a nobody. Remember when he killed the Night King? Yeah, that dude didn't even matter. After that, Jon basically does nothing in the entire season. He hangs out with Tormund and the Wildlings for a bit, then goes back to Winterfell and hangs out with Sansa. That's it. He literally spends the best part of a season doing nothing. And then, when the Night King is defeated, he gets demoted from being king in the north and becomes a ranger again. I mean, what the hell kind of arc is that? The pacing ruined everything. Season 8 is only 3 episodes long. That's less than half the length of any other season. To make things worse, every single episode is an hour long. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's not a problem. If they can keep the quality high, then what does it matter? Well, the quality definitely did not stay high. They tried to cram 7 seasons worth of plot into 3 episodes. They could have stretched out Season 8 for at least 5 or 6 episodes, and then the pacing would not have been so rushed. Also, it's not like the series was getting better as it went on. The writing started to decline in Season 7, and by Season 8 it was clear that the show had jumped the shark. Finally, we have writing or acting. Not this time. Acting is usually more important than writing. If the writing is bad but the acting is good, the show can still work. However, if the writing is good and the acting is bad, the show is going straight to hell. Game of Thrones had phenomenal writing in the early seasons, but as the series progressed, the writing got worse and worse and worse. Season 8 is widely regarded as one of the worst written seasons of television ever. Even the most devoted fans of the show will admit that the writing in Season 8 was trash. At this point, it didn't even matter how good the acting was because the scripts were so bad. Now, I could make a whole video about how Game of Thrones ruined everything, but I'm just gonna stop right here. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this, and have a good one.